William Wycherley. William Wycherley was an English dramatist who grappled with a personal conflict between deep seated puritanical values and his passionate nature in his plays. His most successful work, The Country Wife, skillfully combined satirical commentary on excessive jealousy and complacency with rich comedy. Through witty dialogues and humorous interactions, characters unwittingly reveal themselves. As a satirist, Wycherley received admiration from his contemporaries, with William Congreve considering him a master in critiquing the society of his time. During this period, he penned his first play, Love in a Wood, or St. James Park, which premiered in London in the autumn of 1671, instantly establishing him as a celebrated playwright. Wycherley gained favor with Barbara Villiers, the Duchess of Cleveland, with whom he shared the king's favor, granting him access to the intellectual circles at the royal court. His subsequent play, The Gentleman Dancing Master, met with less success. However, both early works, despite their shortcomings, contained moments of brilliant farce. They followed the tradition of using satire to expose various pretentious characters, including fops, rakes, self proclaimed wits, and overly solemn individuals, all serving as commentary on societal excesses. In The Plain Dealer, Wycherley turned his satirical focus toward greed, delivering a brutal yet incisive critique. While the satire was unrefined, it effectively highlighted the flaws it targeted. In contrast, The Country Wife, performed a year earlier, maintained a critical view of manners and society but displayed a more nuanced approach. Wycherley no longer appeared to despise his characters, showcasing the evolution of his craft. The Plain Dealer by William Wycherley is a restoration comedy with its first performance on December 11, 1676. It is widely regarded as Wycherley's finest work alongside The Country Wife. The play draws inspiration from Moliere's Les Misanthropes, and despite receiving praise from notable figures like John Dryden and John Dennis, it faced condemnation for its perceived obscenity. In the 18th century, a Bowdlerized version was performed, overseen by Isaac Bickerstaff. The title character, Captain Manley, is a sailor who harbors distrust for nearly everyone he encounters, except for his sweetheart Olivia and his friend Varnish. When Olivia betrays him by marrying Varnish, Manley seeks revenge by sending a page boy, who is in fact a girl in disguise and secretly in love with him, to seduce Olivia. When the truth about the page's identity comes to light, Manley marries her instead. The Country Wife is a restoration comedy created by William Wycherley, first performed in 1675. It emerged during the early, more tolerant Restoration period and reflected aristocratic and anti Puritan sentiments. The play was notorious for its sexual explicitness even within its own era. The title itself contains a lewd pun centered around the first syllable of country. The play drew from several of Moliere's works but added elements demanded by London audiences of the 1670s, including colloquial prose dialogue, intricate and fast paced plots, and an abundance of sexual humor. It explores two controversial plot devices: a rake pretending to be impotent to conduct clandestine affairs with married women, and the experience of an inexperienced young country wife adapting to London's allure and the city's captivating men. The Country Wife features a well structured plot with three interconnected yet distinct storylines. Horner's impotence trick. The play's central theme revolves around Horner's ruse of feigned impotence, a stratagem borrowed from Terence's Roman comedy, Eunuchus. The upper class rake, Harry Horner, aims to seduce respectable married women discreetly. He spreads a false rumor of impotence to gain access to their company. The rumor helps him identify women secretly eager for extramarital affairs as they react with horror and disgust to the supposedly impotent man. This diagnostic trick leads to numerous comical encounters with upper class women, including Lady Fidget, Mrs. Dainty Fidget, and Mrs. Squeamish. The play follows a farcical structure as Horner navigates near exposures but consistently escapes, ultimately preserving his reputation as a supposedly impotent man. Married Life of Pinchwife and Margerie. This subplot is derived from Moliere's The School for Husbands and The School for Wives. It portrays the marriage of Pinchwife, a middle aged man, to the naive country girl Margerie. Pinchwife hopes Margerie's innocence will prevent her from cuckoldry. However, Margerie quickly adapts to London's upper class life, unaware of the complexities of marriage and seduction. Restoration comedies often contrast town and country, highlighting the humorous interactions between inexperienced young girls and the sophisticated world of sexual relations they encounter. Marjorie's candidness and interest in sex keep Pinchwife in a perpetual state of shock and anxiety. Courtship of Harcourt and Alethea. This conventional love story involves the witty Harcourt and Alethea, Pinchwife's sister. Harcourt's persistent and genuine love eventually wins Alethea's heart despite her prior engagement to the shallow Sparkish. The delay in the union stems from Alethea's unwavering commitment to her engagement, even as Sparkish's true character becomes evident. A misleading situation involving Harcourt and Alethea, which leads to doubts about her virtue, serves as a turning point. Ultimately, Harcourt's unwavering affection for Alethea prevails. The major themes of the play include dynamics of marriage, Horner's manipulation of power, and Horner's true intentions towards women.